Hey, what's up, YouTube? Thank you so much for tuning in. As of March 18th, 2022, we've got some daily news for you guys. We got some updated information and some things that might help you out. Americans are leaving these tax states that are so high to move somewhere else where it's either non-tax or it's a lot lower tax to save money. And I've came across a video. Dave Ramsey is a financial guru. He understands the concept of finances, so he gave his input, which was really good for a lot of people because many people have the question. I mean, there's a lot of people retiring, and the question is, should they move? Should they sell their home? So I thought on this channel this would help several of you guys out who maybe have questions about it. But I love listening to Dave Ramsey. He's got so many good points, and I've really honed in on the snowball effect to help with my own finances, and it does work. So here's a video. Check it out. Let me know what you think.
And many of them don't know where to start, so let's bring them some answers. Here now is Dave Ramsey, a radio host and author of Baby Steps Millionaires. Dave, thanks for joining me. I have a question I want to ask you from one of our viewers. It's Julia H., and she writes, I'm preparing for retirement in 1.5 years. I'm thinking of moving out of California and looking at Tennessee or South Carolina. Is there a questionnaire or checklist to identify the best strategies to maximize taxes and stretch funds to live a good life? I don't know if I should sell or rent my California home. How do I draw my funds in retirement? So Dave, what advice do you have for our viewer?
Well, she's got a lot going on.
Yeah.
I live in Tennessee, and we've got a lot of California refugees who've moved in and trying to get their lives back. So anytime you move away from a state for whatever reason, always sell your home. So she's going to sell that California home, and she's going to move to South Carolina or to Tennessee. Both of those states have no income tax, and so her tax situation is going to change pretty dramatically. As far as drawing down on her retirement accounts, we don't have much information from this particular email, so sit down with your financial advisor. If you're 70 and a half, there's a required minimum distribution that begins on a standard 401k or traditional IRA, but you can look at the nest egg you have and set it up your budget to where you live off of the golden eggs that the goose is producing, and that's what you're going to want to set up.
So Dave, just thinking about your finances, is it smart to get out of one of these high tax states and get to a low tax, no tax state?
Well, based on the population movement, apparently it is.
Right.
We're seeing a tremendous move out of California and out of New York, and most of them are moving to Texas, Tennessee, Florida, Alabama, these types of states where there is no income tax, and where the reaction to COVID was much more free and open, and it wasn't as draconian. And so I think that has been it's caused a whole population shift in the United States.
Well, Dave, if you're in a no-tax state, maybe I'll take that as good advice. Maybe I should get to a no-tax state myself.
All right, guys, so inflation is rising. People are being concerned, and that's why they're moving away from these high-taxed areas. And by the way, just real fast, if you're wanting to win some free money, need some help throughout the week or the month, then jump in on our giveaway video that's still going on, so don't miss out on that. But back to the taxes. So should you sell your home? Should you move if you live in a high tax state like California or New York? And you're seeing that so many people are considering moving out of those states so that way they can actually live a better life, making a lot more money and not being charged so much. Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below, and tell us what state that you live in and if the taxes are super high, and would you consider moving? Let us know down below. And then there's another thing, guys, that I wanted to talk to you guys about. And of course, Biden is going to have a call with China. And this raises the stakes big time, because if Biden can't convince Xi to back off, U.S. sanctions against China, they could follow. I guarantee you that would put us in a recession because we get so much things from China. But literally, ahead of President Biden's call with China's Xi on Friday, they warned in his My Take that if Biden can't convince China to stop supporting Russia and its invasion of Ukraine, it's possible that sanctions could raise global economic stakes big time. And this is scary because it's going to affect everybody, not just those who are in this country, but it's going to affect a lot of people. The president is on the phone with China's Xi. There's no ordinary great power conversation. This is a war on, and China and Russia are going to help each other, not us. This phone call is all about how much China gives, because China is the one country that can offer what Russia needs: more money, electronics, and weapons. If President Biden can't persuade Xi to back off, China will be sanctioned, and that raises the stakes big time. We're waiting on any news from that call. We're waiting for another big foreign policy announcement. This truly is scary because it's hard to believe that we're going through this, but the world is a deal about to be signed. It's hard to believe that we're going through something like this. What I fear will happen if China does help out Russia, Russia will use China to help fight against us and I guess anyone who is with us. This is World War III. And so this is something that is very concerning, considering the fact that America is got a super high inflation right now. So what are we going to do? Who's going to pay the price? And it's going to be the American people. So guys, I wanted to bring you this quick news. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and hopefully things will work out. Fingers crossed. We always hope for the best, and we hope that this Biden administration, that Joe Biden himself, can convince China to stay out of Russia. All right, guys, stay tuned for more videos to come. Until next time, I'm John Muro. Peace.